Hey guys, Panzer J back here in Operation 8th Air Force. This is turn 6.2 CCP and 6.3 USSR. It's January of 39. Let's get into the CCP. They have 4 IPP to spend. They're just going to go ahead and save it. They have no combat, no non-combat. We're just holed up in Shensi, so the only thing we got to do is our recruitment roll at a 1. Let's see what happens. Not optimistic. 4 we missed, so now we're 0 for 10 with the CCP for rolls. Okay, so they end the turn with 4. They're sitting on 2, so that gives them 6 IPP for next turn. Nothing changed in Shensi. We shouldn't have to go over that. Okay, on to the USSR portion of the turn. For tech rolls, we've got our 4 tech rolls. So we're going to go for advanced mechs, stage 1, 7 or higher. Improved construction, stage 1, 7 or higher. Jets, stage 1, 8 or higher. And rockets, stage 9. Stage 9. Yeah. Stage 1, 9 or higher. Okay, so first advanced mechs. 5 we miss. Construction. A 7 we succeed. Jets. 7 we miss, and rockets. 11 we succeed. So 2 of 4 again. Okay, so let's move those up. So construction goes to stage 2, and so does rockets. Okay, it is January of 39, so we do get a D6. So if I get a 4 or higher, that puts me at 19, and I can declare war on a couple of nations here. I'm not sure I'm going to, but it might be a moot point. Let's see what we get for our D6. A 5. Wow, we are kicking butt with the D6s. So we move from 15 to 20. That's good. Now we got some decisions to make. Well, let's do income first. We've got 36 to spend, and we're just going to save all of it. So no purchases. I wasn't prepared for this. Well, well, of course, my planes are out of position, so that's not so good. Oh, man. So Finland doesn't look so good to attack because like I said, well, let's see. I'm in an air base. 1, 2, 3. I guess we could attack Vapuri there. Sorry about this. I wasn't prepared. But then let's see if we go 1, 2, 3, and then we can go fly back to Leningrad. Well, okay, I guess we'll declare war on Iran. I guess we'll do that. So we'll take this infantry in Turkmenistan down 1 to northern Iran. It's a walk-on. And then we'll take from here in Transcaucasia 3 cavalry and 3 infantry will go down to Azerbaijan. And that's a walk-on, and that's worth $1. So, and then I guess we'll attack Finland too. Okay, so we're going to take 3, 6 infantry and go into Vapuri, along with 2 fighters from Smolensk. They're going to go 1, 2, 3. And then here in Lapland, 2 infantry and a light armor are going to go in. Okay. And those are going to be our attacks. So, oh, and we're attacking the coastal defense ship, an A-14. So coming out of port is going to be a heavy heavy cruiser, a light cruiser, 3 destroyer. Well, you know what? Scratch that. Okay, the 3 destroyers, the heavy cruiser, and the light cruiser are going to stay in port. The 3 submarines that are an A-14 will attack that coastal defense ship. We'll have this torpedo boat destroyer here in A-10, 1, 2, join the attack. And we'll have our sub here in A-7 go 1, 2, 3 and join the attack. So it will be a torpedo boat destroyer and 4 submarines against that coastal defense ship. Our other ships will stay in port there. Okay, so I think that's it. Okay, so we had 2 walk-ons. We walked into northern Iran with an infantry, and we walked into Azerbaijan with 3 infantry and 3 cavalry. So that moves us up 1, but we can't collect income for that. So I'm going to mark the captured income but not collected with that marker there. So that's at a 1. Okay, so then we've got 3 attacks here in Finland. So let's do the sea battle first. So we've got 4 subs and a torpedo boat destroyer. So let's see what we got. Okay, so let's go right here, I suppose. Okay, so we've got our 4 submarines, and they should be at 3s, I believe. We got a 1, so we definitely got a hit. So that finishes off the coastal defense ship. In response, I think these are a 6. A 12, well, it definitely misses. Okay, so we kill off the coastal defense ship. Then let's take the easier battle. We've got 2 infantry and a light armor going up against an infantry in Lapland. So it doesn't look like there's any terrain modifiers. So the light armor is a 3 and the 2 infantry are 2s. So let's do the light armor first at a 3. A 12 misses. And 2 infantry at 2s. They both miss. Their infantry in response, a 10 misses. We got our light armor at a 3. An 8 misses. 2 infantry at 2s. There's the 3 we needed, so we miss again. Their infantry in return, 6 misses. How about our light armor at 3? There we go, we got a 3. Let's roll out our 2 infantry at 2s just in case. They both miss, but we should have gotten our hit. Their infantry in return at a 4. 12 misses. Okay, so we should kill off that infantry and take Lapland with 2 infantry and a light armor. That's worth another $1. So again, we can't collect, so let's push that up to 2. Okay, the last battle is Viipuri, which I don't think is worth anything. So they have 3 infantry and they got the fort. So they'll get 2 first strikes at, I think, forts are at 6, which I'm going to have to double check here. And we are in, I think, that swamp. So let me double check and see what we got. I don't think swamp does anything, but let's see. At least for infantry, I don't think it does anything. I think it might. Well, I know it does for vehicle class units, but let's see. Swamps. Or marshes, maybe it's considered. Is there even swamps? Maybe it's considered marshes. I think it's marshes, not swamps. Okay, marshes. All vehicle class -2. Okay, so we don't have to worry about that. So let's just look at forts real quick. I'm almost positive it's 2 rolls at a 6. Let's take a look. Factories, bases, ports, dockyards, shipyards. Fortifications. On the first round of combat, infantry on the first round, 2 rolls at a 5. They had a +2 to all infantry class units on the first round of combat. Oh, that sucks. Okay, so he's going to get 2 rolls at a 5 for first strike And then the 3 infantry are going to be 6s on this first round of combat. Okay, so let's go ahead. He gets 2 rolls at a first strike at 5. A 6 and a 3, so 1 hit. So we'll lose an infantry. Okay, so we've got 5 infantry and 2 fighters. The 2 fighters at 6s. A 1 and a 5. There's 2 of our hits. We need 1 more. And we've got 5 infantry left at 2s. A bunch of nothing. Okay, so then they get 3 rolls at 6 with these defending infantry. Ugh, 2 hits. That sucks. Okay, so they're down to 1 infantry, and we've got 3 infantry and 2 fighters. The 2 fighters at 6. There's our, well, we only need 1 hit. Now the infantry's down to a 4. Oh, of course he hits. How wonderful. Well, that completely sucked. Okay, so we take Vilpuri, which isn't worth anything, with a whopping 2 infantry. Okay, so that's it for combat. How about non-combat? So the 2 fighters that went to Vilpuri came from Smolensk. They went 1, 2, 3, 4. They're going to land in Leningrad. Because, let's see, can they reach where I want them to go next? 1, 2, 3. Leningrad, does that have an air base? Yes. Okay, we should be good there. Let's see, what else? This tactical bomber here in Smolensk at an air base, I believe, hopefully. Yeah, at an air base. So a movement of 5 is going to come down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and land in Transcaucasia. I think that's it besides the rail moves. Okay, so we got 2 infantry here in, what's that, Baratia. 1 is going to rail to western Ukraine, and the other is going to rail to how about sorry for the delay. How about, I guess we'll rail him to Leningrad. Okay, so that should be it for oh, we do have a coastal sub I guess we can move. Everything else I think is good. Okay, so this coastal sub here in A44 is going to come over 1 to A, or no, come up 1 to A35, join that party. In Spain, we have nothing. Everything stays the way it is. So that should be it. Okay, so how about, we got recruitment roles. So Spain, we're down to 4 territories. We got Catalonia and then the 3 overseas territories. So we need a 4 or less. And Mongolia is still a 4 or less. So let's do Spain first at a 4. 10 misses. Mongolia. Other than Russian income, my rolls have completely sucked this game. Okay, so no recruitment. Income. We're sitting at, well, 22, but we can only collect for 20 of it. So we got 20 worth of collectible income, and we saved 36. So we should have $56 for next turn. Okay, so how about a unit recap? Here in C-Zone A14, we have 4 coastal subs and a torpedo boat destroyer. In Lapland, we have 2 infantry and a light armor. Vilpuri, we have 2 infantry. In port in Leningrad are 3 destroyers, a light cruiser, a heavy cruiser. In Leningrad, there's a militia, an infantry, a seaplane, and 2 fighters. There's 5 motorized infantry in Smolensk. There is a light armor and an infantry in southern Belarusia. There's an infantry in western Ukraine. Kiev is 5 motorized infantry and 2 artillery. There is a tactical bomber in Transcaucasia. There's an infantry in northern Iran, and there's 3 cavalry and 3 infantry in Azerbaijan. Nothing else changed. So that should be it for the Soviet Union here on turn 6. Turning things over now to Global War 36 enthusiast in Japan.